Hi people, it's been a long time since I posted anything and I'm literally lying on my bed right now, too tired to even sit up to talk. The work week is always exhausting and tiring. So recently I've been doing quite a bit of things. I just came back from a holiday and then I applied for a few jobs. I went for job interviews and also I was seconded. I think the entire job hunt process and secondment process made me seriously reflect on why I was still pursuing law. Honestly, I was thinking that if I could change jobs, I can actually remove the problems or whatever I didn't really enjoy about my current one, which actually brings me to my point on what I feel is the worst part or like the most or the realities of pursuing a law career, whether you go in-house, whether you go to a different firm, just doing law itself. I feel one thing that is inescapable is the fact that there is no cut-off time. Like work does not end by 5 or 6 or a fixed time. Work ends when you finish your job and when you meet the deadlines. And this is so regardless of which firm you are at, I believe, which is very strange because I actually applied for a job at a rather smallish firm, thinking and hoping that perhaps it would be a good change and a good shift. I wouldn't mind going to a smaller firm for a better work lifestyle in that sense. Like I wouldn't mind if I could go to a firm where my work literally ends at 6 every day or at 7 every day, as long as there's some form of certainty that after this hour my work is over and I don't have to check my emails or I don't have to look at my emails in anticipation of something that could pop up or might be urgent. Then that would be essentially my ideal career, right? But even as I went through the interview process and I asked more questions, I realized, oh my, there's just no escaping. No matter who you work for, whether it's a foreigner, whether it's a local, as long as you're in this legal industry, there is no way that your work ends by a fixed time. Everything is all subject or pending to the client's needs or pending to what they demand or what your bosses demands, which is, yeah. Sometimes I just don't understand why bosses don't get that having certainty is of great value. Even if I can be certain that I end at 8 p.m., which is not that early every day, it helps as compared to not knowing when I would end and just having to let every day depend on the needs of clients or other things. Yeah, I think one thing that not having this certainty causes is the loss of a peace of mind in that sense, because you can never just knock off. We never knock off. In fact, without certainty, we never knock off. And that's something that I feel I have to kind of learn to accept, that is inevitable if I continue pursuing this career. And the strange thing is, so while I'm put on secondment and I'm being seconded to somewhere in-house, and I thought that, life would be so much better that by 6 or 6:30, everyone shuts down the computer and goes home. But guess what? Yeah, everyone goes home, but not the legal team. Everyone ends work, but not the legal team, because the legal team is still servicing the business units. And essentially, if they want something quickly or if they want something fast, they will hunt you down until you give them what they want. And yeah, I just find that kind of unfortunate because, yeah, I guess that's the reality of law practice, that there will not be certainty and that there is no end time for work. That's one of the things I feel that I have almost come to accept and also am trying to embrace with more enthusiasm about pursuing a law career. So, as I was thinking about this, it also made me think, then why am I still staying in this career, right? I mean, there are quite a number of reasons, but after much thought, I feel that personally the best reward for me is just the sense that I'm intellectually challenged. And it's not and I don't think that this will be a reason that applies to everyone, because not everyone likes to be intellectually challenged at their job. Some people actually prefer a repetitive job or just being able to do mundane tasks without having to think much. So yeah, it's more of a personal preference. And I think that's the thing about law that keeps me going. It is the fact that every piece of work I do is intellectually challenging, and I actually have to put my mind and put on my thinking cap. I can't just replicate whatever I did before in the past and just do a simple copy and pasta. No, it doesn't work that way. And I think that's what I like about doing law, that it keeps me alert, it keeps me thinking, it keeps me analyzing situations. And also, I love to problem solve, and that is essentially the heart of law, which is that you problem solve and you think of ideas and ways and solutions and words to help your client solve their problems, which is something I really appreciate about this job. So, yeah, it's just some random rants and random reflection in the third quarter of the year. I guess I will share more about my secondment in time to come, and also my thoughts on being a third year associate. That's all. Bye.